Hey there, everybody. So it's just afternoon right now, and I'm going to call it a day. Nothing I've been watching has been moving really at all. And I took one trade today on SVBI, and it's barely moved. I was fortunate enough to get into it at a fairly low price. So I'll go over my trade ideas and the trade that I made today, and then I'm going to go home and, I don't know, do some dishes or something. All right, so the first thing that I had, and the thing that I was watching most closely here was TCOM. Let me go to the 1 minute chart here, and you'll see I had a level of 40.96 and 40.56 on TCOM. And in the first, you can see here, it opened right at 40.96 here. The open was at 40.98, right? And it blasted through my two numbers. And I didn't have an order in yet for either of these numbers. Sometimes I'll put the order in right away, and other times the plan was to have 100 shares here at 40.96 and 300 shares at 40.56. And to let it go after a 1% move, so a 40-cent move. So, so after the first 2 minutes played out, after actually the first 3 minutes played out, I was like, okay, this thing, my numbers are wrong, obviously. This thing isn't really doing what I expect it to do. So I kind of kept it on watch here, kept an eye on it. I put the first 10 minutes, this is the settle level, this 39.73 is where it settled after the first 10 minutes. And I've been watching that level. I've been watching for it to recover and confirm so we can kind of get back into price discovery into this candle, but it's taking forever and I don't feel like sitting here anymore. And so I haven't taken a trade on it, and so nothing there. Now SVBI, this one barely moved also. I put a fib on this one, and it came down to kind of where it was during the post-market movement yesterday. And so I got in at an average of $10.53, I think it was. I had an average. I put in an average for 500 shares between 10.55 and 10.50. So I got filled on all 500 shares, and it just hasn't moved. So I watched this thing bob up and down between roughly 10.53 and 10.80, and I let it go at around 10.80. So you can see here, I got about 25 cents per share on this thing, and it's really not doing anything. So I just let it go. 127 bucks, good enough. Another one that I was watching was SPLK, and I just couldn't figure out. This thing is zigzag back and forth, and even pre-bell, I really couldn't figure out what it was going to do. I couldn't tell if it was going to be bullish or bearish, and I couldn't figure out any levels on it, so I just left it alone. And the same thing with AESE here. Now, this is actually, it did a gap and go for about 294 for about 50 cents in the first minute, and it's been kind of just wandering around. It's been really slow. Yesterday was a fairly eventful day, in the market, and same thing with the day before that. I just don't really see a lot going on the stocks that I'm watching, at least. So I'm just going to call it a day here and go and do something else with my time. All right, everybody, that's my recap for the day. The SPY, let's take a look here. On the 1 minute, the SPY is coming down to oversold. It's coming away from overbought. Didn't go into overbought, but it's coming away from overbought on the 10 minute. VIX is still really quite elevated. It spiked up. Here you can see on the daily, spiked up and it's coming back down. But I'm not really, until this thing gets below 22, I'm not interested in getting into any kind of call positions on the SPY. Let's see, silver. I have a level on silver. I bought into some more. No, I made an attempt to buy into Kern today at 479, and it left me behind. I did it right here on this candle. As soon as I put my order in, the market moved up by like 2 cents or something, and I didn't feel like chasing it, so I just kind of let it be. Silver here, I have a level of 25.76 to 28.40. This is the futures market on SLV. I only marked off 25.34. I have the support line here. I might buy some silver today before I leave the office. So yeah, nice bounce off of the bottom end of the range on silver today. And the 10 years climbing up a bit. It's in an uptrend. I think there's a hedge fund professional who has a target of about 1.9 on the 10-year. So that should affect gold more than it affects silver. I don't know, we'll see. That's pretty much it for the day, though. All right, everybody, good luck out there. Have fun. I'll see you tomorrow morning.